Well, hello there. Happy Friday evening on this March the 15th, 2024. We have to be flexible these days. I really do appreciate your flexibility and joining me a little bit late. I had to be flexible because I had planned this live stream for 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And I had just realized yesterday, oh, my son is meeting some friends somewhere. So I had to drop him off. And I said, you know what? I can probably keep to this time if I just sort of do it on the go. So I'm going to do this live stream on the go. I've done this a few times. It seems to work pretty well, but let me know in the comments section if you're able to hear me, if you're able to see me, if this is coming across well to you. But today is an exciting day. Of course, it's March the 15th, 2024, and we just got word from the Criterion Collection of their June 2024 titles. So I wanted to come on here and just share with you my initial reactions. Looks like some pretty fascinating titles, and it's really one of those months that goes like many months with Criterion, which is, there's a little bit something there for everybody for the most part. So there are some titles I'm definitely interested in. I want to hear about the titles that you're interested in. So on the other side of this, we'll get into it. Let's react to these Criterion June 2024 titles. Criterion has announced 6 new titles for the Criterion Collection, or 6 new additions coming out in June of 2024. But before I get into that, I want to kind of share with you a little bit of a sort of an Oscars debrief. Of course, the biggest night of the movies was this past Sunday night, and people have different feelings about some of the things that came about during that night. But for me, the big takeaway is simply this right here. Oppenheimer, baby. Was so happy that this film won Best Picture. I had this film, Past Lives, as being a potential, ghost contender, but Oppenheimer all the way. And this is such an absolutely incredible movie. I was so happy to see this win Best Picture. Was very happy to see Christopher Nolan win his first Academy Award, first 2 Academy Awards, him and Emma Thomas as producers, but him finally getting recognized as Best Director. I mean, it's been a long time coming. He is one of the best filmmakers out there today, along with Denis Villeneuve. And man, Oppenheimer is just an incredible film, the best film I saw last year, and I am just blown away. The other best film I saw last year is a film that, uh, when this award was announced, it blew my mind because I was surprised that Into the Spider Verse, that Beyond the wait, I'm sorry, Across the Spider Verse did not win Best Animated Feature. I was blown away. Now I did not see the winner, but I was just sure that this was going to win. And when the other film was announced, I was like, what? So I haven't seen the other film, so I can't really say for sure, but that really just came out of left field for me. I did not expect that at all. But yeah, so I thought the Oscars night was really awesome. I really enjoyed, seeing, many aspects of it. There were some things that I wasn't really didn't know what to think about, like the whole bit between Jimmy Kimmel and that whole skit between Jimmy Kimmel and John Cena. I was like, they could have probably skipped that particular part, but and then of course, Al Pacino. I love him as an actor, but he kind of presented the Best Picture award in a pretty anticlimactic way. He didn't announce the other all the contenders. He just, said Oppenheimer. So I thought that was kind of weird, but yeah, we're going to talk Criterion June 2024 titles. And before we do, we're going to go ahead and get into some comments to see who's out there. Again, I appreciate y'all being flexible with me and joining me late and putting up with this on the go live stream experience. So let me know how that's going. Oh, darn. We got the Underground Railroad, a miniseries from Prime Video. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. Adrian James, hello to you from across the pond, Adrian. Hope you're doing well. Professor Strange Fingers out there. Woo woo! I am so excited for some of the new arrivals, and especially Quirrell, such an unusual choice. Yeah, I mean, once again, Criterion is coming with some titles I've never heard of, some filmmaking voices I'm not familiar with. So I'm always excited about that. Hello to everyone. Hello to you, internet user. Hope you're doing well. Hello, people saying hello to one another. Jerrison, hope you're doing well out there. And Jerrison, I was thinking that there will be a Criterion edition of the Underground Railroad. Also glad I waited for the 4K edition of Blue Velvet. Yeah, I feel the same way about waiting for the other 4K upgrade that I've seen this Blu-ray in Barnes and Noble year after year after year. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Never picked it up. Now I'm glad I didn't. Now I'm glad I didn't pick it up. But yeah, so good to see Underground Railroad get a disc release, even if not on 4K. Yeah, and it looks like a pretty epic series. It's over what nearly 600 minutes. So looking forward to talking about that. I'm most curious about Victims of Sin because it's the one I haven't seen and it looks good. Okay, cool. Far out. I'm ready for this. Good. Awesome. Always weird to see the professional looking microphone in a car. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is, sort of your mobile live stream car here, So yeah, I'm just in this day and age in technology, you have to, I'm trying to learn how to leverage the power of it. And this is an example of that. I mean, who could have imagined doing this 10 years ago, and now we're able to do some things that we never imagined we'd be able to do, you know. James in the car with his microphone. And actually, this really isn't me, James. This is actually an AI version of me. So you see how far technology has progressed. I'm actually the real me is with my son right now at his event. So this is the AI version of me doing this live stream. So that's amazing technology. That means that we might get more films like Oppenheimer. Yes, 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 yes. I have missed the last few streams, and now I'm a rainbow trout and happy to be here. Spider Verse should have won. Oscars are bunk. Yeah, I feel that way. I feel Spider Verse should have won, but I'm also acutely aware of the fact that I haven't seen the other film, so I can't really sit here and say that Spider Verse should have won because I did not see the other film. I'm actually going to turn this car on here so I can roll these windows down to let a little bit more air in here. Whoops. There we go. But yeah, I can't really say that Spider Verse should have won because I didn't see the other films. So I think it's Boy and the Heron that won. So if you've seen it, let me know in the comments section below what you think about it. Island 007100 says Happy Friday to you, and happy Friday to everyone out there. What's up, James? Excited for these releases? I am too, traveling man. The Boy and the Heron could get it as well. It's a great film, although it's similar to another anime film. Also, two people that played Batman in it, including Robert Pattinson as a heron. Did not know that. Professor Strangefinger, James, I love you, man. I appreciate the love. Thank you so much. God bless you. And apparently, the anticlimactic Best Picture announcement was a decision from higher up. That's what I heard. Really, really? Yeah, I don't know about that. That was because that was bizarre. I mean, literally was manifesting a bound Criterion release. Yes. Should Criterion do a Three Stooges collection? I mean, they were very well done. I might be nuts. You never know. You never know. I mean, Criterion is putting out such eclectic and varied content that there's something for everybody, and you just don't know from month to month what you're going to get. And this month is an example of that because there's some titles in there that I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I find all of these titles interesting this month. Don't know if I'll pick them all up immediately, but I find them interesting. Are you in line for Burger King? No, I am not. I'm actually perched outside of Dunkin' Donuts because their Wi-Fi connection works outside here. I tried Chick-fil-A across the street there, and their Wi-Fi was weak. So Dunkin' Donuts, they had a pretty strong Wi-Fi, so kudos to them. So yeah, folks, without any further ado, let's just go ahead. And of course, I was supposed to share this on the screen here. Oppenheimer's big night. Forgot to do that. Of course, I was so happy for Christopher Nolan and Emma Thomas. I mean, they have been doing it for years. I mean, with all these amazing films, and this felt like the culmination of so much of their great work over the years. I truly believe this is Christopher Nolan's best film. I think this is his best film of all the films he's made, and he has made some amazing films. The Dark Knight, Inception, Dunkirk. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Even some of his weaker entries, like Tenet, still amazing films, incredibly well made, incredible cinematography, at the top of his game technically. he is well deserving of the Best Director Oscar, and so happy to see him and his wife win producer, the Best Picture award as producers. So good for them. And then, of course, I did a poll on my community tab asking you, what are you most excited for in Criterion Collection announcements? So I just have on here, I'm looking forward to sharing reactions to Criterion Collection June 2024 titles announcements likely coming tomorrow. Today, likely is certain. It came today. So Criterion fans, what announcements excite you the most? And so 60% of you, based on the first 101 votes, said that 4K of new titles in the collection. So we do have one of those in this month. 12% of you said 4K upgrades of existing spines. So that's interesting. We do get two of those this month. And then new filmmakers in the collection, 15% said that you like that. Well, we get two new filmmakers this month in the collection. Collector's box sets. I think that the Underground Railroad might fall in that category. Let's double check that. So yeah, so I think, along the lines of there's something for everybody in most months, I think this is sort of validation of that based upon what you are saying here. So without any further ado, we'll come back to the comments later on. But right now, let's go right to the Criterion site and let's check out to see your screen. Select Criterion. Let's see. I would say, oh, it's making me StreamYard Studio. StreamYard Studio. Okay, I have to choose. Okay, actually, I'll just say my entire screen, and let's see what that does. If I allow that, sharing your entire screen. So I presume this should be okay. So, all right. So you see here, June titles announced. So that's what we want to see. We want to see this nice collage of new titles. So we'll go ahead and shop now. And as you see here, this is Train Spotting, picture of Ewan McGregor from Train Spotting. Of course, what a fascinating film. I mean, I really enjoyed seeing this film. It's a really interesting movie from Danny Boyle, and I got a lot out of it. It's a nice 4K edition. The packaging is suspect. The digipack is not their best packaging. I wish if they were going down the digipack route, I wish they would have done a traditional digipack or just did the standard clear case. It's one of those examples where the standard clear case Blu-ray edition from a packaging standpoint is better than the 4K edition from a packaging perspective. But the movie is fantastic. The features are great, and the Blu-ray and the 4K quality on that disc is really, really good. So if you can get past the packaging, Train Spotting 4K is a great one to consider. All right, so let's see what is coming out here this coming week. The Runner is coming out in the Janus Contemporary series, as well as Lynch Oz is coming out on this Tuesday the 19th. You have St. Omer coming out on Blu-ray. I plan to do a review on this channel of the 4K edition of Gus Van Sant's To Die For, starring Nicole Kidman. And I've heard great things about the 4K upgrade of Lahane coming in April, Picnic at Hanging Rock. So these two are 4K upgrades of existing Blu-rays in the Criterion collection. You also have Workmeister Harmonies coming out as well. And I believe this is 4K. Let me double check that is a 4K. Yes, it is a 4K. It's very much an art house type film, a very different type of cinema there, but I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out, probably in either the July sale or the November sale. I'm not in a hurry to pick that one up. I am looking forward to getting I Am Cuba coming out on Blu-ray at April the 23rd, Dogfight coming April the 30th. Then we get to May, and we have a couple of films here, an original and a remake of Floating Weeds. So that's from Yasuhiro Ozu, great Japanese director, that's coming out May the 7th. Peeping Tom, which is a title that a lot of people are excited about, is getting a 4K release from Criterion May the 14th. Then we have Mr. Osman Sembin, who is the father of African cinema. He is his releases of 3 revolutionary films by Osman Sembin, a collector's set coming out at the Oscars Sunday night. Lot of great buzz about Anatomy of a Fall. I am really excited about this film coming out. This is from Justine Triet. Really looking forward to this film coming out based upon that buzz from the Oscars. So that is coming out May the 28th, around, I think, the day after Memorial Day here in the United States. And then All That Breathes from Janet's Contemporaries. We have Girl Fight um, here, which is coming out May the 28th. Fear. And now we get to the 6 titles that are coming out in the month of June. So we get 6 releases in the month of June, 2 4K upgrades of existing Blu-ray titles in the collection. We get another 4K release of a new spine number in the collection. We get two new filmmakers in the Criterion collection, and we have representation from 4 countries: the United States, Mexico, France, and Germany, I think. So exciting stuff. I'm looking forward to talking about these titles. Let's go ahead and jump into the first one, which is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. This is a title from Terry Gilliam, who has no shortage of titles in the collection, folks. I mean, check this out. When I click on this, look at this. Terry Gilliam has Baron Munchausen. I have this on 4K. I got Brazil on Blu-ray. Got The Fisher King on 4K. I have Jabberwocky on Blu-ray. Still have not picked up Time Bandits yet. I might at some point. I always held off on that. Then they released a 4K. So I may eventually pick it up, but it doesn't look like it's my cup of tea. I would love a 4K upgrade of Brazil. I would jump on that in the New York Minute. One of my favorites from Terry Gilliam. But then you have here Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, which I find to be a fascinating title. It's got Johnny Depp and Benicio del Toro. It is 1971, and journalist Raul Duke barrels toward Las Vegas, accompanied by a trunk full of contraband, and his slightly unhinged Samoan attorney, Dr. Gonzo, to uncover a motorcycle race. What should be a cut and dry journalistic assignment quickly descends into a feverish psychedelic odyssey. Director Terry Gilliam and an all-star cast headlined by Johnny Depp and Benicio del Toro show no mercy in bringing Hunter S. Thompson's excoriating dissection of the American way of life to the screen, creating a film both hilarious and savage. So this is a title that I've seen at Barnes & Noble for years, and I would look at it, I'd pick it up most years, turn it around the back, flip it back to the front, and then I put it back. I just wouldn't pick it up. Now I'm glad I didn't. I know this recently got a 4K. I want to say, I don't remember who the label was, but it's gotten another 4K release. Now we're getting this 4K from Criterion. And so I might consider picking this up at some point this year. But let me know in the comment section what you think about this title. This is going to be available on 4K, Blu-ray, and DVD. So you're getting all 3 options there. It says here new 4K digital restoration. So this is a case where if you have the other Blu-ray edition on this 4K, you're getting a new 4K digital restoration. So that's an important distinction to think about, because in many cases, the Criterion releases on Blu-ray, many of them have a 4K Blu-ray a 4K restoration. So when the 4K does come out, it's using that same restoration. So you might not get as much of an uptick in picture quality in a lot of cases. This is an example where you might see quite a noticeable uptick because it's based on a new 4K digital restoration for this 4K disc. So that's something to keep in mind. You're going to get Dolby Vision on this, which is great to hear, an alternate 5.1 surround track, a 2.0 surround DTS HD master audio track. All the other features, I suspect, are the same as what was on the previous Blu-ray edition, which is what Criterion has been doing with all of these 4K releases, just carrying over the special features. I suspect that's the same in this case as well. This is a psychedelic, trippy kind of a film from what I understand, and it's one that I just might consider picking up at some point. Not in a big hurry to pick it up, though. But yeah, that's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. So let me know in the comments section what you are thinking about that title. All right, the next title is coming out on June the 11th, the second Blu-ray Tuesday in June, and it's a title I've never heard of before. Stars Brad Davis and Franco Nero in a film by Rainer Werner Fassbender. So Fassbender is also not a stranger to the Criterion collection. You click here, you see it's a number of titles in the collection. including several that I have, including Ali, Fear Eats the Soul. I have The Bitter Tears of Petra Van Kant. I have 8 Hours Don't Make a Day. I think I have Fox in this, friends. I'll have to double check. But yeah, just a number of amazing films. I do have The Merchant of Four Seasons. So, an amazing filmmaker in the collection is Rainer Werner Fassbinder. And this is conjured from the unholy meeting of two iconoclastic queer artists, Rainer Werner Fassbinder's final film. So this is his last film. It's from 1982. So this is Fassbinder. It raises Jean Genet's controversial novel to the level of myth in an expressionistic soundstage vision of a French seaport town bathed in fiery reds and complete with different spires. A strapping sailor and unrepentant criminal, Brad Davis, comes ashore to arouse passion, rivalry, and violence among the libidinal denizens drawn into his orbit. Enacted with dream-like stylization by a cast of international stars, including Jean Moreau, okay, and Franco Nero, Quirrell finds Fassbinder pushing his taboo-shattering depiction of gay desire to delirious extremes. So here we get, doesn't look like a ton of special features here. We do get a restored high definition digital master. This will be available on Blu-ray and DVD on June the 11th. You get a new interview with critic Michael Koreski on director Rainer Werner Fassbinder's aesthetics and visual storytelling. You get Rainer Werner Fassbinder Last Works, a 1982 documentary by Wolf Graham, a trailer. You get an essay, English subtitles, but the essay is by critic Nathan Lee. So that is interesting. New spine number 1221 in the Criterion collection. Interesting cover there. It's coming in on June the 11th. So that is Quirrell. A title, again, I've never heard of this film before, ever. And it's definitely one that I think a lot of people are going to be very interested in. Let me know in the comment section if you've seen this film, and if so, what you think of it. And I believe that is Miss Jean Moreau right there, famous actress, French actress Jean Moreau. So yeah, that is Quirrell. So let me hit Bound, coming out on June 18th. We'll pop out, go into the comments, and then we'll come back out here, cover the last three, and put a big red bow on this and send you off into your Friday night and everything great that the weekend has in store for you. Let me know what you're planning to watch this weekend. All right. This is an interesting title here. It's coming out June the 18th, and it's called Bound by the Wachowskis. Now, of course, this is the debut film. It's their debut film that came out a few years before the film that they are probably most famous for right here, The Matrix, of course. This is the Wachowskis' The Matrix. This is the Wachowskis' Bound. So before they blew the world's mind with The Matrix, Lana and Lily Wachowski delivered a jolt of pure pulp pleasure with their hyper-stylish debut, which puts a deliciously sapphic spin on a crackerjack caper premise. When butcher plumber Corky, Gina Gershon, catches the eye of alluring femme fatale Violet, Jennifer Tilly, little does she know she's about to be drawn into both a torrid affair and a high-stakes heist that will pit the pair against the mob. With crackling dialogue, luscious neo-noir cinematography, sounds interesting, and live wire performances by Gershon, Tilly, and Joe Pantoliano, Bound is a genre reimagining joyride that keeps both the tension and the erotic heat rising through each crazily careening twist. So this is the other 4K title, another 4K title. This is a new addition in the Criterion collection coming in at Spine 1220. So this is coming out on Blu-ray, on 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray combo pack, and a Blu-ray edition. It's not available on DVD. It's coming out June the 18th. It is from 1996 from Mexico. The United States, and it's spine number 1220, 108 minutes. New 4K digital restoration supervised by cinematographer Bill Pope. You get a 5.1 surround DTS HD master audio soundtrack. You get Dolby Vision on this 4K disc. You get an audio commentary featuring the Wachowskis, actors Gina Gershon, Joe Pantoliano, and Jennifer Tilly, editor Zach Steinberg, and technical consultant Susie Bright. So it looks like a very potentially informative commentary, a new video essay by film critic Christina Newland, 6 interview programs, trailers. Cool. That sounds really, really good. Doesn't say anything about an essay. Hmm. Yeah, and it could be, and that could be that maybe the essay is still in development. Who knows? I would keep coming back to the Criterion site for any updated information on these titles, which applies to all of this. So always come back to the Criterion site for the latest information on all these releases, whether or not other formats are available, any new features or whatever. So definitely come back to the Criterion site. But based on the information that we're seeing now, it's going to be available on 4K Blu-ray, on Blu-ray, and it's coming in as spine number 1220. This is the 1996 film Bound by the Wachowskis. It's their debut feature before they changed the world with The Matrix and Keanu Reeves being Neo. So yeah, very interesting film here. Yeah, so it's definitely one of those films you're just thinking, I wonder what's going on in this movie, So might be worth checking out. So let me pop out of here. Let me stop sharing my screen and let's come back to the comments and see what you all are saying here. Oh man. All right. Let's see. Let me get caught up here. All right. Fassbender should have been a 4K. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you mean the Quirrell? Yeah. It could have been. I should have went in there. I should have went into Dunkin' and got me a beverage before I started this live stream. Let's see. I want to tell you about my unwatched titles: In Cold Blood, Give Me Shelter, and Yee Yee. In Cold Blood and Give Me Shelter, definitely worth watching. I have both of those. They are both excellent. I do not have Yee Yee yet. I need to check that one out. So I definitely hope you enjoy watching those. The good old Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah. I frequent Dunkin' Donuts. I do get their coffee quite a bit. The Taste of Fast Food Wi-Fi series incoming. Yes, indeed. Favorite new watches since we last spoke: Americanization of Emily's. Okay. Wow, you've watched some really interesting titles here, Josephine. Good stuff. It's great to watch and discover new films. And that's part of the reason why I love Criterion. A fantastic director. I love Dune Chapter 2 so much. Looking forward to more. Yeah, Dune Part 2. I want to see Dune Part 2 again in the theaters. Next Saturday, the 23rd, I plan to do a live stream. I'll come on here live, probably not at Dunkin' Donuts, probably back at the home base, Saturday night, the 23rd, a week from tomorrow. And I'm going to talk about Dune Part 2, Part 1, what I love about it, what I'm excited about in the next entry, but just have a stream where we just talk about and share thoughts on Dune and just how incredible a film Part 2 is. So I'm looking forward to that. Laren, what's up to you as well? I'm doing well. Hope you're doing fine. People saying hello to one another. Holland, how are you doing? People saying hello to Adrian. Oh boy, see, I'm doing good. Great to hear the magic of live streaming. Yes, indeed, the magic. Nice car, Mike James. Yes. This came with the car. Can you believe that? Yeah. Not really. And no, this is not an AI version of me. So let's see here. Good to hear, Adrian. To Die For is exquisitely okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking it out and doing a review on this channel. So be on the lookout for that. People saying hello to one another. All right. Sandra Hüller should have won something. Yeah, I tell you what, seeing the coverage of the Oscars and how much love was being given that film in terms of what people were saying, I'm definitely excited about Anatomy of the Fall. I've heard great things about it before the Oscars, but then the Oscars, hearing the buzz out of that, just put the icing on the cake for me. I am definitely planning to check that out, and we'll do a review on this channel of that title. Yo, people saying hello to one another. I found the Criterion DVD of Fear and Loathing at a flea market a few months back. I use it as decoration. Okay, cool. Time Bandits. Nice. Poor Terry Gilliam. The producers always say, no more money. I love 12 Monkeys. This may be an unpopular opinion, but Fear and Loathing is my favorite Gilliam film. Yeah, mine is The Fisher King. but I have not seen all of his films. His films can be kind of hit or miss for me. Like the Baron Munchausen was like, huh, I didn't really care for it that much, but you know, I may give Fear and Loathing a try. Fear and Loathing has built a cult following over the years, but I still think it deserves the largely negative reviews it initially got. Okay, okay. Arrow UK released Fear and Loathing, and I had to pick. Oh yeah, okay, that's right. It was Arrow that did that 4K. Okay, that was Arrow Video, which Arrow's killing it, folks. For me, it's Criterion and Arrow. It's Criterion and Arrow, and then Kino's in there as well. Those are my three labels right now, my go-to labels. What's up with me? Wait, what's up with me? I've never seen it either. I'm with you, Professor. Fear and Loathing was my first Criterion ever. Still on my DVD copy, says Traveling Man. No DVD or Blu-ray is safe from Criterion. Glad I waited. Was thinking about buying Arrow 4K. No Criterion back catalogs ever. Well, going back to a video I did recently where I talked about what Criterions are most likely to come out on 4K in terms of Blu-ray editions, likely to get a 4K upgrade. And the general conclusion I came up with is based on what we've seen so far, and now we've got about close to 30 Criterion upgrades of Blu-ray editions to 4K, upgrades of previous Blu-ray editions. Most of what we've seen are titles that the Blu-ray release was at least 3 years old. So if the Blu-ray has just come out, like for example, Anatomy of a Fall coming out from Criterion here in May, very little chance that we'll see a Criterion 4K of that anytime soon, right? Because it just came out on Blu-ray. If it just came out on Blu-ray from Criterion in the last couple of years, probably unlikely that it's going to get a 4K upgrade. But of course, we don't know for sure. I don't have any inside information on that, but that's just my general sense. If it's a relatively recent Blu-ray release, less of a chance of a 4K upgrade. If it's an older Blu-ray release, as in the case of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, very ripe for a 4K upgrade. James, are you excited about a sequel to Beetlejuice? Tim Burton hasn't done anything great in a long time, in my opinion. Yeah, it's funny. I know this is going to upset a lot of people. I've never seen Beetlejuice, so I need to see the first one. I know it's going to be shocking for people, but I've never seen Beetlejuice, but I've heard great things about it, so I need to watch it. I love Michael Keaton. I need to check it out. I just need to do it. Let's see here. Quirrell is so good. T here. Jeanette's book is even better. Okay. All right. That sounds awesome. It's been a long while since we've had a Fassbender film added to the collection. It's been a few years. It has been a few years. The AI gooning art. Oh man, AI. Yeah. Yeah, AI is taking over, man. Isn't it? Isn't AI taking over? I've seen it. I don't exactly love it, but I could give it another go. Okay, which one are you talking about, Professor? The Quirrell title? Fassbender's a fascinating man. Good evening to you, JG. A lot of people commenting here. Usually, I much prefer Criterion's covered art, but in my opinion, Criterion really missed the mark of the Anatomy of a Fall. Just look at how much more interesting the original poster makes the film look. I have not seen the original poster. I need to check it out. I guess the cover probably could have been better, but okay. Anyway, Quirrell was sadly the last film of the prolific Fassbender, such a campy, oversaturated exercise in a style. Yeah, it sounds like a different type of a film. So, never thought Bound would get a 4K release. Another must buy. Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to it. I want Bound for sure. Such a perfect Criterion release, and we're getting it on 4K Ultra HD. So that is exciting, folks. Exciting. More 4K goodness. Oh, Bound put the need the 4K. Okay, all right. They're sisters. I thought they were brothers. Okay. Planning to watch Emma Stone in Poor Things this weekend. Not sure it will be my kind of film, but have to give it a try. Yeah, I'm not sure either. Based on what I've read about it, I'm thinking, I'm not sure if that's my kind of movie. But I like Willem Dafoe. I like Mark Ruffalo. I like Emma Stone. So, I might give it a go, but I'm just not sure if it's my cup of tea or not. Let's see. Bound is a good old-fashioned love affair. Okay. That Quirrell cover might be the single worst cover has ever released. It's made by AI. Oh, okay. That was okay. Okay. Legit, yeah. Artist has admitted to using AI in his work in the past. Ooh, okay. That trailer for Bound looks like an AI upscale of a VHS trailer. The snapshots next to it are probably taken from the actual 4K restoration. They look far better. Okay. Wow. Okay. Madhouse has been discovered that the quill cover is intentionally supposed to look like that, and the cover was designed by an LGBTQ artist named Astra Zero, and their style involves 3D model art. Okay. As an Irish woman, I am happy for Cillian Murphy winning his best actor Oscar, but I do think Poor Things is a better movie. Okay, yeah, early on the Oscar broadcast, it was going to be a disappointing night for Oppenheimer. I mean, Poor Things is winning one thing after the other before Oppenheimer even won their first, and then they finally won some category. They won editing. Robert Downey Jr. got his, and things kind of rolled on from there. But yeah. Oh, I was just so happy for Robert Downey Jr. I mean, so happy for just it's an example of somebody who messed up in their past, made some poor decisions, but they may have made better decisions. They recover from it, and you can choose a better path and chart a better journey for your life and recover and become something bigger and greater than anyone would have ever thought 20 years ago. So kudos to him. Um, yes, I am Iron Man, you know. So I love that part where he saved the Avengers, spoiler alert, by beating Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. My fave Gilliam is Zero Theorem. Okay, cool. Don't forget Warner Archive. They are as consistent as any boutique label. Yeah, Warner Archive is good. I have a copy of their Hitchcock film, The Wrong Man, that I still need to watch. I need to watch that one. Have you seen Lost Samurai? I have. It should be getting a 4K release at some point. I think it will because I think someone else is releasing it on 4K. So I'm expecting that one will be coming out probably from Criterion soon. Perhaps. Perhaps. That's an awesome movie, internet user. Okay. You're getting some interesting comments today. Yeah. Yeah. I think so, Ethan. I think so. But I am biased because I love Yorgos Lanthimos. He's the director of Poor Things, right? Yep. James, don't call me a wackadoodle, but I want Harvey and Bonnie and Clyde in the collection. Oh, okay. Hey, hey, you never know. You never know. I didn't care for Oppenheimer, to be honest. Poor Things sweep deserved. Zone of Interest and Killers were most relevant and pressing. Should have won, in my opinion. Yeah, it's a bummer that Marty. He's had a couple of films that have been nominated for multiple Academy Awards in previous years that got shut out of the Oscars. And The Killers of the Flower Moon was the latest example of that. So kind of unfortunate. I love Marty. I love The Wrong Man. Yeah, Hitchcock, so good. Poor Things is good. You should check it out. Beetlejuice is okay. You should definitely watch it. I need to. Carrie says, "Yep, James." And I've been calling my dog Yorgos. Laugh out loud. All right. Well, I appreciate the comments, folks. We're gonna now jump back into the Criterion site, and we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to go to the next titles here. So we talked about Bound. Now we got three more to go, starting with this film from Emilio Fernandez from Mexico called Victims of Sin. Ninon Sevilla. So Victimus del Pecado, directed by Emilio Fernandez. This is a really nice cover. I really like this cover. This might be the best cover art of the month. This is really, really cool. This is a film from 1951 from Mexico. It's 84 minutes. It's in black and white, Spanish language, spy number 1222 in the Criterion Collection. It's coming June the 18th, 2024, and it'll be available in Blu-ray and DVD. So this is a Blu-ray DVD edition. And this is Victims of Sin. It's a treasure of Mexico's cinematic golden age. This deliriously plotted blend of gritty crime film, heart-tugging maternal melodrama, and mambo musical is a dazzling showcase for iconic star Ninon Sevilla. She brings fierce charisma and fiery strength to her role as Rumbera, a female nightclub dancer who gives up everything to raise an abandoned boy whom she must protect from his ruthless gangster father. Directed at a dizzying pace by filmmaker Titan Emilio Fernandez and shot in stylish chiaroscuro by renowned cinematographer Gabriel Figueroa, amid smoky dance halls and atmospherically seedy underworld haunts. Victims of Sin is a ferociously entertaining female powered noir pulsing with the intoxicating rhythms of some of Latin America's most legendary musical stars. So this is Emilio Fernandez. This is one of the new filmmakers in the Criterion collection, along with the Wachowskis. Okay, so the directors of The Matrix and Emilio Fernandez are coming into the Criterion collection. So it's exciting. I don't think we'll ever see this particular film in the Criterion collection, but we do have the Wachowskis in with their film Bound. So that's good. This is Victims of Sin here, and it's coming out. It's got a new 4K digital restoration on that Blu-ray. So that's great. New interview with the filmmaker and archivist Viviana Garcia Besne. A new interview with cinematographer Rodrigo Prieto on the work of Gabriel Figueroa, who was the cinematographer of this film. You have an archival documentary featuring interviews with actor Ninon Sevilla. So very interesting. So this is again one of the best looking cover arts I've seen in a while. Very fascinating. Um, and it looks like a really interesting film. In fact, let's play a little bit of this trailer. Wow, I can tell just looking at this trailer. This says new 4K digital restoration. I have a feeling that this is going to look absolutely phenomenal on Blu-ray. I mean, this looks like it's going to look amazing, and I mean, it looks like a beautifully restored black and white film, and this is one that could be a delight to check out. Nino Sevilla, yeah, very interesting. Looks like a beautiful film, beautifully shot by the cinematographer. Looks like it's going to be some nice performances, some good music. So, Victims of Sin, very fascinating title. All right, Barry Jenkins, June the 25th. We got two titles coming out. The first is this from Barry Jenkins, who is already in the collection with Medicine for Melancholy. This is his second title in the collection. It's called The Underground Railroad. And this is, wow, 585 minutes, 2021 film. And this is, looks like an unbelievable documentary or something. But let's read this. It says The Underground Railroad, a monument a monumental reimagining of American history. Barry Jenkins' adaptation of Colson Whitehead's Pulitzer Prize winning 2016 novel is a harrowing and rhapsodic journey through a still echoing past. Weaving together historical fiction with moments of magical realism, The Underground Railroad is a full sensory immersion into the world of Cora Duso Mededu, Med, Mabedu, who, fleeing slavery, embarks on a treacherous quest for freedom and is menaced by violence, supported by a clandestine community fighting for liberation and haunted by the people she loses along the way. With images of searing power and stirring poetry, Jenkins delivers an epic saga of survival and resilience that pushes the limited series format to new heights of cinematic transcendence. Fascinating cover, looks really interesting, it covers an important part of history. Be available on Blu-ray and DVD. Is coming June the 25th, and you get a 4K digital master approved by Barry Jenkins. You get Dolby Atmos audio, folks. So if you have a Dolby Atmos setup, Criterion's taking care of you here. You get an alternate stereo track, new audio commentary featuring Jenkins on select chapters. The cinematographer and lead editor James Laxton, cinematographer and lead editor Joy McMillan. You have an introduction by the director Jenkins. A new graphic novel. You get a companion film, The Gaze, 7 teasers, a short program called Building the Underground Railroad. So you get a few nice little features here. You get the commentary, which is great, graphic novel adaptation. You get short program discussing the creation of the train station sets. Oh, cool, cool. Blu-ray, DVD. Looks like a fascinating edition of a fascinating series. I have not seen this series, but it looks like it is a really important work from Barry Jenkins, and it is one that I am looking forward to seeing. Underground Railroad, coming out on June the 25th, and it's going to SRP of $79.95. So during a 50% off sale, you'll be able to get this for $40. The Blu-ray, the DVD edition, you'll get for $30 on the 50% off sale. The SRP is $60. So yeah. So now we're on the last title of the month. It is a title from director David Lynch, who has his fair share of quirky and crazy films. This is David Lynch's Blue Velvet, which I happen to have on Criterion Blu-ray. A very fascinating film starring Kyle MacLachlan. You have Isabella Rossellini in here. You have Dennis Hopper. You have Laura Dern in here. And very fascinating film that I have not seen in a while. It's been a while since I've seen this film, but it's a very good one. It says, home from college, Jeffrey Beaumont, Kyle MacLachlan, makes an unsettling discovery: a severed human ear lying in a field. In the mystery that follows, by turns terrifying and darkly funny, writer-director David Lynch burrows deep beneath the picturesque surfaces of small-town life. Driven to investigate, Jeffrey finds himself drawing closer to his fellow sleuth, Sandy Williams, Laura Dern, as well as their person of interest, lounge singer Dorothy Valens, Isabella Rossellini. And facing the fury of Frank Booth, Dennis Hopper, a psychopath who will stop at nothing to keep Dorothy in his grasp. With intense performances and hauntingly powerful scenes and images, Blue Velvet is an unforgettable vision of innocence lost and one of the most influential American films of the late 20th century. So this is the 4K upgrade that's coming out here. 4K is going to be available, 4K Blu-ray combo pack. Blu-ray, and the DVD is currently not available. It's currently unavailable. It's not out of print, but it's currently unavailable. But this is a title that is still listed as being available on all three of these formats. You're getting, says here, 4K digital restoration. Now, this is a situation where the Blu-ray that I picked up a few years ago was based at the time on a new 4K digital restoration. So again, always be mindful of, okay, the Blu-ray had a new 4K digital restoration. When you read the Criterion site for this 4K, it just says 4K digital restoration, which means they're using the same 4K restoration that was used for the Blu-ray. They're putting it on a 4K, so you'll get a native 4K presentation. You're going to get Dolby Vision, an alternate 2.0 surround soundtrack. So you do get Dolby Vision. So you get that uptick in resolution as well as a Dolby Vision grade. All the other features here appear to be the same features that are on this Blu-ray disc here. So you have, of course, the lost footage, which is on here, the Blue Velvet Revisited. So all the features that are on here are the features you see on the Criterion site. So same special features. So if you don't already have Blue Velvet, great time to go ahead and pick it up, as someone mentioned in the comments. And if you have it like myself, depending on how much you love this film, it might be a worthwhile upgrade if you love this film and if it is a notable uptick in picture quality that you can appreciate. So I will leave that up to you. But look at this. Beautiful, beautiful imagery, beautiful pictures of a fascinating film. I love Lynch's style. He's very mysterious, very hard to like put your finger on what exactly is going on in his films, and that's part of the beauty of his films. Part of what's frustrating about his films for a lot of people, but it's part of what people who love his films can kind of appreciate. So, you sort of have differing views there. The film was from 1986, 120 minutes, spine number 977. So this is a 4K upgrade of existing spine number 977. Again, available on 4K Blu-ray, Blu-ray combo pack on June 25th. Blu-ray edition and DVD is currently unavailable, but might come back into stock. So that's Blue Velvet. So I'm going to stop sharing here, and we're going to come back out to where we are here to see who else is out there. What else is see? All right. Lanthimos has a new film coming out in June. Cool. Love your background, James. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm just out here in this wonderful area here in Northwest Georgia here. So just having a wonderful Friday evening here. We are almost a full week into daylight savings time. So enjoying the extended daylight here. So I forgot my light, but it worked out because the sun is still, well, we, the sun hasn't quite set yet. So James in the spaceship orbiting just outside of our earthly realm. I love James. Oh, love you too, Professor Strangefinger. That looks good. What looks good? Great artwork. Oh, you mean, yeah. Is it a noir? The illustrations give me noir vibes. You must be talking about the film from Mexico that's out there. Forgot the name. That film looks fascinating. Oh my goodness. Finally, Mexican noir is getting attention. Hope Criterion gives us more like Victims of Sin. Yeah, Victims of Sin. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that one. I saw Victims of Sin at my local theater, and man, it is special. Beautifully shot noir film, kind of reminiscent of Nightmare Alley. With the entertainment industry, definitely a must for the collection. Okay. Glad to hear that, Traveling Man. Sounds good. Will David Lynch come out with another film? He seems likely and still creative. Well, who knows? Jerrison thinks so. So legs. Okay. If he does Twin Peaks season 4, I'll be happy. Okay. Never know. Pre-code probably didn't apply to films outside the Hollywood machine, Professor. Okay. Interesting. Let's see here. Let's see. We have Steve there. Hi there, James. Interesting month. I did the 4K of Fear and Loathing from Arrow, but looking forward to Bound in the Underground Railroad, which was a miniseries on Amazon Prime. Okay, cool. See, the Underground Railroad has moments that were unsettling. I would imagine. I would imagine if, yeah, I mean, if you're sort of staying true to, the historical accuracy of what was going on, I would imagine. Mm-hmm. Blue Velvet may be my favorite Lynch film. Okay, it's a good one. Whoop whoop. Let's see. I'm interested in the Underground Railroad, but the slave movies are hard to watch. I can only watch these movies when somebody gets killed, like Django Unchained or the 2016 The Birth of a Nation. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Blue Velvet is Lynch's masterpiece. Can't wait to see it again. Everything about it will be upgrading to 4K. Yeah, I need to rewatch it, to be honest with you. It's been a long time since I've watched it. Got a video going up Sunday on Lynch Fascination with Wizard of Oz, Lynch Oz. Sounds good, Steve. Sounds good. Hope you're doing well. A candy colored clown they call the Sandman. Okay. But yeah, I mean, folks, let me know if you're catching this on replay. What do you think of these titles? I am going to go back out here one more time and just want to give my perusal and what I think about these titles and which ones I am most excited about. So let's just do that real quick, and then we'll wrap this thing up and put a nice little bow on it, and we'll do this. We will do this. Let's see. Let's just go out here and look at these titles. So, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas coming out June the 4th on 4K Ultra HD, a 4K upgrade of the existing Blu-ray of Terry Gilliam's film. This is a title I could see myself picking up, perhaps in the July or November sale, not in a super hurry to pick it up. Okay. But that's one that's on my radar now. I'm glad I waited and never got the Blu-ray. Now I have a chance to get it for the first time on 4K from Criterion. So that's exciting. Quirrell's coming out a week later on June the 11th. This is another Fassbender film in the collection, so this is one that I'm curious about. Not sure if I'll pick it up in July or if this one will wait until November or a future sale. But this is one I will keep an eye out on for, and we'll listen to some reviews for this one. The Wachowskis Bound, their directorial debut, is coming out on 4K June the 18th. This is one that I'll probably get in the July sale. So we shall see. We shall see. Victims of Sin is a Blu-ray that's coming out June 18th. So looking forward to that one. I might pick that one up in the July sale. The Underground Railroad is one I'll pick up in either the July or November sale. And Blue Velvet, the 4K upgrade, I'll have to wait and see based on reviews if this is one that I want to pick up um, in the near future or not. But for now, I may just stick with my Blu-ray copy. But so these are ones that there's some I'll pick up pretty soon in these upcoming sales. Others I may wait on. But let me know in the comment section below what you think about these titles and which ones you are most excited to pick up. Let me get these last comments and we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Looking forward to the Dune stream, James. Thank you. That's coming next Saturday, a week from this coming Saturday. See you later. See you later, Jerrison. Have a great night, James. Random question before you go. Favorite Doritos flavor? Oh man, it's hard to say. I'll have to come back to you on that. There's a lot of ones to pick there to pick from there. Let's see here. James, fingers crossed, Criterion puts out Sunset Boulevard on 4K sometime in the future. That would be incredible. I would love to see that. So fingers crossed on that. But y'all, thank y'all for your flexibility. Thank you for joining me a little bit late tonight. Had to, move some things around, and I appreciate your flexibility. Hope you have a great Friday night. Hope you enjoy whatever you get into, whether you're watching a movie in the theater, whether you're watching something on streaming, whether you're watching soccer or whatever you get into. Be safe. Have a great time. Spring is almost here, and hope you have a great Friday night and weekend. And we'll look to see you next time at the movies. Peace. God bless.